was shocked and scared because why did it happen to me?
Room 19 did have a weird energy about it. I could tell something was totally wrong.
Is there anybody here?
This damn near ended my career as a mortician.
I saw an aura around him that was black.
My patient was terrified.
There's nothing there.
I was facing it. He was looking at me.
Like I was frozen. It shattered my nerves.
And I look at her and she's like, you know, what the hell was that?
I was totally freaked out.
This seriously scared the crap out of me.
It's nightfall, and a city lights up in the desert where millions of visitors come out to play. One can easily forget there are residents who spend their whole lives living and dying here. In a modest local hospital, a young orderly begins his shift.
It was a 225-bed facility, and it was very small, so it wasn't overwhelming.
Decided to pay us a visit again, John?
Can't get enough of this food.
Patients were very nice. They were great to work with. And being the hospital was so small, you kind of got on a personal level with them.
Despite the welcoming appearance, everything is not as it seems.
It was around 9 p.m., and I was just doing some paperwork, and the phone rang.
Hello? Hello?
The static was like something you would hear like on an old-time radio.
Is anyone there?
On our phones, it tells you where the call is coming from. And like, I knew that call was coming from within the hospital, so it shouldn't be staticky like that.
This is James. Can I help you?
And in a woman's voice, she said turkey, in like a whisper. I tried asking her, do you want lettuce, do you want tomato, mayonnaise, and all that stuff, and she just kept repeating. I thought it was weird that, because I never get calls from patients. So I got off the phone, made the turkey sandwich, and took it to her room.
Hello?
And when I walked in the room, I kind of knew something was off because her room was dead quiet. It was like the sound was draining from the room. She was laying flat in the bed, and the only light that was coming in was from the TV.
Ma'am. I put your sandwich on the table.
She didn't respond or anything, and so I put down her tray, and I left.
What are you doing in there?
Just bringing her a sandwich.
She called you?
That's right.
When?
15 minutes ago?
Well, that's impossible.
Why?
She died 2 hours ago.
I was shocked, and that's never happened to me before at the hospital.
But that doesn't make any sense. I just talked to her.
Nurse. Right away, doctor.
And so I went back in the room. And it got colder in the room. I got back to my desk and I was just taking in I was shocked and kind of scared because even today, I go back to that night and, why did it happen to me?
The encounter leaves James with troubling questions. He may find the answer even more disturbing.
Thank you very much.
I worked at the hospital for quite a few years, and I befriended a number of patients,
Got you something to eat, John?
Thank you.
and one of them was a jazz musician.
Take a load off. Have a seat, have a seat.
Whenever he was in, I would make it a point to stop in and chat with him to see how he's doing and whatnot.
I played at the Grand. It was 1975. Things were a lot different then.
We talked about things like music and life and life in Las Vegas.
I gotta make my rounds. I'll check in on you later.
I'm not going anywhere.
Dr. Phillips, call back 303. Dr. Phillips, call 303. Dr. Hannigan, please call extension.
It was
209.
around
Dr.
11 o'clock,
Hannigan, 209.
and I was going to another patient's room. All of a sudden, there was like no hospital sounds whatsoever.
Jimmy.
John was standing in the doorway, dressed in his street clothes, but his appearance appeared chalky.
Can I help you?
I'm going home, Jimmy.
I heard his voice, but there were no hospital sounds, and a hospital is normally a noisy environment.
That's great, John. I'll see you next time.
And it's unusual for a patient to leave at that time because we don't discharge that late at night.
I'm going home.
And I said, okay, John, it's great you're going home, and I'll see you next time you come back into the hospital. My priority was the patient's room I was going to, so I didn't think much of it at that time.
Page for Dr. Krause. Please pick up line 4.
So I went to the patient's room that I was supposed to go to, and that was the end of that at that moment. Walking back like 45 minutes later, John was no longer in the doorway. His door was slightly ajar, and the room was darkened, so I didn't want to bother John, and I went back to my desk.
Hello?
James Mortuary needs assistance. Room 309.
Okay, on my way.
And at first, I didn't recognize the room. But once I got to the hallway, that's when I realized it was John's room.
I knew him. Can I have a minute?
Go ahead.
So I went in, and John was lying, flat on the bed in a hospital gown.
John.
I went to John's closet to get his bag, and I was taken back because I had just seen him not like 45 minutes before, and he was wearing those clothes.
Jimmy. Jimmy. I'm going home.
At the time, I was freaking out inside, but I had a job to do, and that was to prepare John for removal. So I was really shocked because I thought, in a hospital setting, that I would never have these experiences. I did not share this with my supervisor because the hospital was a kind of place where anything unusual or supernatural would get swept under the rug. Obviously, things like this were happening because the administration had sent out a memo saying, like, if anybody was to talk about this and it got back to administration, you would be terminated. So it was, not openly talked about.
Several weeks pass without incident. But James's next supernatural encounter takes on a devastating personal dimension.
A relative of mine came in and he was to have a procedure done the following day.
Hey, Jimmy.
How are you feeling?
Not good. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
When I walked in the room, I saw an aura around him that was black. Not totally black, but see, it was like a veil. I could see his features, but I knew this aura was around him.
It's a routine procedure, Dave. The doctors here are really good. It's gonna be okay.
I get a phone call later in the evening to come back to the hospital because there was a problem with the procedure and my relative took a turn for the worse. It was a surreal moment for me. Because just had this conversation with him earlier in the day. I saw what I saw, and now he was lying there. I didn't know, like, if he could still hear or not or anything, but I said,
I'm sorry.
And then I saw out of the corner of his left eye, there was like a tear. I don't know, what that was from, or he could actually still hear, but it was very unnerving for me.
Trying to make sense of everything that has happened,
Young man!
James receives advice from an unlikely source.
A woman came up to me. I didn't know her, and she said,
I know something about you.
Excuse me?
You have a gift.
What are you talking about?
And she said, I see people who don't have much time left on this earth.
Have you seen the veil?
My eyes got real big.
Do you know what I am talking about?
Yes.
You can help comfort people. Let them know there's something outside of this life, on the other side.
I briefly got kind of emotional because, I never told anybody about how I see people. Not only did she tell me that what my gift was, but she told me how in the future I could use this gift to help people. I was totally freaked out.
A medium is someone who can reach out and connect with deceased or spirits or energies that are around us.
Jimmy.
And it appears James has this gift to be able to see the dead or that communicate with him or through him. It can be interpreted as a gift. It can be interpreted as a curse. Sometimes it runs in the family. For the most part, there is a trigger or a catalyst that allows a person to kind of tap into that gift or curse.
It isn't long until James's newfound gifts are put to the test.
It was around 11 o'clock at night. I was at my desk doing paperwork. All of a sudden, the room got drained of any hospital sounds whatsoever. And then I noticed what I thought was a patient needing something.
Hi, can I help you?
It was a shadow, and that form was just standing there, and I was facing it, and it looked like it was looking at me.
What do you want?
The shadow appeared to be reaching out to me. It was kind of frantic, it was trying to tell me something, but I could not see a mouth, and there was no voice.
What do you want?
I don't know if it wanted help to get to the other side, or it was lost because it was in the process of dying, or actually death already happened.
Do you need help?
I acknowledged it as much as I could.
It's time for you to pass on. It's time to let go.
As I was looking at the form, it slowly dissipated. It was a very scary moment for me.
There's a lot of confusion in hospitals, a lot of trauma and tragedy.
I'm going home.
If there is a spirit that's stuck and doesn't realize it's stuck. And I think that's the kind of the role of a medium in a haunting, especially in a hospital where there's just so much energy. It would be humane for a medium to kind of allow someone to move on.
Even today, I don't look at it as a gift because I don't want to like see people like how much time they have left on this earth. To be honest, I thought it was a curse. Nowadays, when it happens, I ask how that person's doing. I let them know there's something outside of this life on the other side. And hopefully it helps them.
Far from the bustle of the downtown core, tucked away on the outskirts, sits an old, tranquil hospice. The peace will soon be disturbed as Cecilia Smith starts her dusk to dawn shift.
I was an inpatient hospice nurse, and it was my duties to take care of the sickest of the sick. This hospice was very much like a home-like setting. Lots of different paintings on the walls, the rooms were comfortable. It didn't have the sterile feel.
Again. And then dump.
Oh, she's my favorite.
I know, she's...
Although things seem peaceful and homey on the surface, the reality is far different.
A lot of people have died there. So it kind of goes without saying that you almost expect weird energy to be about a building like that. I remember the first time I noticed something weird. All of the families had gone home for the day. Patients were in bed, so everything was quiet and all of the hallways were dark. I was sitting at the nurse's station when I heard the motion sensor start to click at the door, at the end of the hallway outside of room 19.
Is there someone staying in room 19?
No. No one's scheduled to be there till tomorrow. Why?
It's nothing, thanks.
It was definitely odd because we did not have a patient in the room at that time, and I had the only key to the door, and the door was locked. We've had abnormal things happen in room 19. It tends to be the hot spot. So I got up and I walked down to try to see if there was any reason that the motion sensor would be clicking. We avoided putting patients in room 19 just because it did have a weird energy about it. I wasn't sure what I was gonna find in there. When I stepped into the room, I could tell something was totally wrong.
Is there anybody here?
That room stayed cold compared to the other rooms. Even though it had its own independent thermostat, you just couldn't warm that room up. Suddenly, there was a gust of wind. I looked down and there were all these leaves on the floor.
What the?
There was no way that those leaves blew in there on their own. Weird things continued to happen in room 19. I had a patient in that room, and I'm looking down on her, and we're just doing her hair. And then off to the side, I see this big shadow person come into my peripheral vision. And I could sense that someone was standing there. But by the time I turned and looked at it, they were gone. At that moment, you're just kind of like, oh, that felt like there was someone there that was watching you.
Hospices are really associated more with this element of haunting because of that emotional energy associated with death and dying. A location like that would most likely supercharge other entities and allow them to manifest in different ways. And it can lead to both positive and negative hauntings.
A few nights later, the disturbing paranormal events in the hospice begin to escalate.
I was doing my evening rounds, and I went to this patient's room. And I'm just getting her cleaned up and ready for bed.
No. What's the matter?
My patient was terrified. And she's looking past me in the corner.
What is it? What do you see?
After a while of working with patients, you know to ask them, what is it that you see?
Black dog.
It's the big black dog. The big black dog's in the corner.
It's okay. There's nothing there. It's okay. There's nothing there. I'll show you. See? See? Everything's okay.
Then, something even stranger happens.
What's the matter?
Do you see it? I had a couple of patients that reported seeing the big dog. They would always describe that the dog would just be sitting there looming.
There's nothing there. See?
Turning on the lights in the room didn't help him go away. They still saw him, and they were always afraid of him.
Throughout history, there's been a lot of reports of patients who are about to pass away seeing a black spectral dog, and throughout history, it's known as a grim. These grims tend to be shapeshifters, and they are typically perceived as omens of death. There's a possibility that this dog, this grim, might actually be there to chauffeur them to the next world.
It's okay. It's okay. He's just here to stand guard and watch over you. It's okay.
I started to actually tell them that the black dog was here to help them with their transition. Then they're like, oh, okay. He's here for a job. Okay, that's fine then. And they would relax back down.
A few nights later, Cecilia and her coworker have a terrifying encounter of their own.
It's night shift, and we are sitting at the nurse's station. The hallways are dark. Our patients are fast asleep, so it's very, very quiet.
Room 19.
Must be malfunctioning again.
I could hear this door creaking open. And then the sound of men's shoes clicking from the end of the hallway heading towards the nurse's station. We We didn't see anyone coming down the hallway at all, but we continued to hear the footsteps.
What's that?
Pretty much none of our patients are ambulatory, so no one should be walking. And she looks at me and I look at her and she's like, what the hell was that?
Who's there?
There's nothing there.
If there's someone here, we don't want any trouble. Please, you need to stop scaring our patients. You need to go. Please. Go away now.
And then you can hear the shoes just slide as if the person is turning in their steps. And you hear them walk back down the hallway as it goes away. I was calm.
You okay?
She was not.
Here, sit down. It's okay.
It freaked her out, and she quit 3 days later.
Eventually, Cecilia also decides to leave her job.
I left hospice work because it's a lot of work emotionally. There's a lot of people that had come through and spent their final moments in that building. When you start working at a facility like that, when you start to see the abnormal, you almost anticipate it. So you accept it as being just part of the normal day-to-day goings of a building like that. As long as the building is still standing, I believe the entity is still in room 19.
At a funeral home in the Pacific Northwest, mortician Carol Malone struggles with the aftermath of 2 deadly pandemics.
During 2021, of course, the corona pandemic hit on top of the fentanyl pandemic. We were just way busy, so we would be working extra hours and well into the night. I had gotten the call that morning to pick up a young male overdose victim from the hospital morgue. It was the end of the night. I had to get Tom, this young man, ready for his family's viewing in 2 days. Tom wasn't a drug addict. He was a young man that went to a party with some of his friends, and they decided to try for the first time the pain pills. And unfortunately, the fentanyl they bought was a hot batch. It had been laced with something. You could have anything mixed into that fentanyl. Everything from bleach to horse tranquilizers is basically a death cocktail. Tom paid for that with his very life. I never will forget just looking at him. I mean, he was so young. And it just killed me because I was like, you know, this is just one mistake.
Hey, Nia.
I'm heading out. You okay?
Yeah, I have one more for tonight.
Try not to work too late.
When anybody dies of an overdose, the coroner will do an autopsy. Coroner's repair is where we go ahead and we sew up the Y incision. We prepare the body for the viewing for the family. It's a lot like wanting to put a puzzle back together, kind of. It was just me and Tom in the embalming room. There was nobody else in that whole building. I just got this feeling that somebody was standing right behind me. Now I know I'm the only one in the autopsy room.
Nia?
I turned, just half expecting my coworker to be standing there.
Anybody here?
I was there absolutely by myself. There was nobody else around.
Carol brushes off these feelings. She has a job to do and gets right back to work.
When I turned, I saw him. It shattered my nerves. I looked back down, and he was still on my embalming table. But at the same time, when I turned, he was right there. It was less than a foot and a half away from me. This seriously scared the crap out of me. This damn near ended my career as a mortician. My brain was racing. For some reason, I just couldn't figure this out. There was no way that the young man that I was doing an autopsy repair on was standing right there.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
This feeling inside of me was like, you know what, you're overworked, you just need to go home.
Fatigue and exhaustion can really open you up to paranormal phenomenon, because once your mind starts to wander, it starts to drift, and we start to relax, even when we're in a meditative state, it tends to open us up to phenomenon that we normally wouldn't notice or be receptive to.
Sorry, Tom, I'm gonna have to finish you tomorrow.
So I decided to put Tom back in the body cooler. So I put him on the gurney, and I just thought to myself, you know what? I'm way overworked. I have to get my brain wrapped around this. At this point, I'm getting a little bit of that, you know, it's time to go type of situation. These knocks did not come from outside that body cooler. These knocks came from directly inside that body cooler. Boom, boom. It was definitely a heavy knock. When I heard the knocking on that cooler door, I couldn't have got out there fast enough. I bolted for the doors, and I could not get out of there quick enough. The next morning, when I got up, I knew that I had to get to work early. Didn't have much longer to get Tom prepared for his viewing. So I just figured that, I'd go in early, no big deal, and I would finish up what I needed to do.
Carol, you were working late last night?
Yeah.
You forgot to put Tom in the cooler. He was in the embalming room when I got in.
No, I did not forget to put the body away.
It's okay. I put him in the cooler for you.
Nia, there's some mistake. I definitely returned the body to the cooler last night.
Now, mind you, me and her are the only ones working this weekend. There is nobody else.
Oh my God. Put him in there, I swear.
Let's check the processing room.
When we went back there, Tom was on the embalming table.
Is this a joke? No. I swear. He was in here when I got here. I put him in the cooler.
We couldn't have got the hell out of there quick enough.
Nia, we've got to go back inside.
No way I'm going back in there.
We can't leave the body in there.
Forget it, Carol. I'm leaving. And you should too.
Nia!
I was left to deal with this on my own. This seriously scared the crap out of me. Everything within my body was just like, just go home. Just go home. And yet, I just couldn't do it because I knew that this is something that had to be done. There was nobody else going to be there for this young man. I was it. No matter what, I had to go in and I had to get this done.
Look, Tom, I just want to help you. I'm going to make you look nice for your family.
I work with the dead every day. I have never been fearful of my job. I have never even been anxious. That day, I was terrified. It was late and I was finishing up and I hear this soft voice from behind me, a really soft, just almost calming voice.
Carol.
I'm okay now.
And it just said, I'm okay now. And I turned around and Tom was standing there and he was cloaked in this almost fog-like light. And it was beautiful. I just kept thinking to myself, this is just beautiful.
Over the decades, there's been a lot of talk of something called crisis apparitions, where these apparitions of people who pass away very suddenly or very dramatically will come back just to let people know, hey, I'm okay, and I'm here, and I'm present, and I can still communicate. A potential reason in this case that this young man was trying to get Carol's attention was simply because she was the one dealing with his body after death. And that's something that's a pretty intimate and special thing.
To this day, I believe that Tom was guiding me through this whole process to get him ready.
Rest in peace, Tom.
My whole outlook on my job, my whole outlook on the individuals that I took care of, my whole perspective of the deceased changed that day. Now it's like I talk to them. And I talk to them every way through the process. I tell them what I'm doing before I even do it. I think a little bit of that gives me my own peace of mind.
Hey. Hey, Nia.
Need a hand?
No, I got this.
I called my boyfriend at the time because I started to get really nervous.
Hello, this is Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Everything okay?
Everything's fine, but...
I don't like the thought of you being alone in that building by yourself. Is there any way you can lock the door?
I've asked. They won't allow it.
It just doesn't seem right.
I couldn't agree more. Anyway, I'm gonna break for lunch and then get back to work.
Okay, love. We'll see you tonight.
Been in room 144 previously just to grab a supply or whatnot, but this was my first time actually sleeping in room 144. For closing my eyes for a minute, just saying, you know what, there's nothing here. It's just, you know, all these tall tales just put out to scare me. And I remember laying there. Who knows, maybe it was a spirit of a...
My coworker and I work together quite often. Because it was an advanced procedure room, there were not...
us, Alex.
I was in a car accident. I don't know if I died, but I could see myself on the table. What the hell's going on?
There was like this feeling of someone's watching me. How is that possible?
It's okay, calm down. I need you to calm down.
Her behavior completely stopped. It was terrifying.
I started being in this constant state of panic.
It looked like she was staring into my soul.
You need to leave me alone. That was... It was New Year's Eve, 2005. I was on my way to a New Year's Eve party. And it was about 8:30 at night. I was in a car accident. It was absolutely terrifying. It felt like I was getting stabbed by every sharp pain you could imagine.
Stay with us, Alex.
You could hear me screaming down the hallway. I need to black out. I need to go in a coma, or I need to die right now because I cannot keep going like this.
You there, Alex? Stay with me.
And then I thought if I didn't stay conscious that I was going to die. But then all of a sudden, things just stopped. Like, everything just went quiet. And I don't know if I died, but I could see myself on the table. I could see the doctors working on me. I don't know, like it was an out-of-body experience from the trauma, or it was a hallucination, or my body was so tired of the pain it checked out. I'm standing there watching them work on me. That was surreal. And then I realized I'm not alone in the room. There's a man there standing. He's almost doing the same thing as me. He's watching this man on a table get worked on just like me. He looks at me, I look at him. He looks terrified. I'm sure I looked terrified too.
Stay with me, Alex. Stay with me, Alex. You're not gonna die today, Alex.
Then at that moment, it was like I was going down a roller coaster and I was back. The pain comes back, but I was back in my body. I look to my right, and I see that man on the table. I was in a room with someone else who had just had a devastating motorcycle accident.
Where?
It was horrifying to see. The man was gone.
Anything?
I was the one that survived. It was after midnight. They finally got a room for me. I don't know like how I was going to sleep, but they wanted me to rest. I start hearing footsteps. They're in the room with me, and it's just pacing around the room, and very rhythmic. But I'm by myself. My chest gets really tight. I feel like I can't breathe. I was begging in my head, like, please, a visitor, my nurse, somebody, please be in here with me because I don't want to be alone in this hospital room. The footsteps stopped. I'm not sure if I fell asleep or if I passed out, but I went to sleep. The next morning, as soon as visiting hours were open, my mom was there.
Mom? Good morning, dear.
My mom wanted to brush my hair.
That's my girl.
She was trying to be normal again, I guess.
What?
The brush flies off the tray. And it hit the glass on the way, and the glass tipped over. That was pretty unnerving, and I looked at my mom, and she didn't have any answers. What the hell's going on?
The next morning, Alex undergoes a second surgery to fix a hip fracture.
I need you to count backwards from 10 for me.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
When I went under for surgery, it was just like this blackness around me.
8, 7.
I immediately recognized him. This was the guy I saw in the trauma room. It was horrifying.
Why you?
I was terrified.
And not me.
I could feel him breathing on me.
Why you and not me?
He kept screaming in my face, "Why do you get to live and not me?" When I woke up, I looked for him in the room. He was gone. And I thought that was the end of it. It was far from over. It was far from over.
Why you?
I see this man lurking in the dark. It was the man in the leather jacket. His eyes just had so much rage and so much anger. I was alone in the dark. And that's your worst nightmare. This man just starts shouting, "Get Leave me alone!" My mom comes running in. And I said, the guy in the leather jacket. And she's like, what are you talking about? I don't see anybody. My mom couldn't see him or hear him, but she could feel this really powerful anger in the hospital room.
You're okay. Oh, sweet girl. It's okay. You're okay.
There's an attachment that's going on between Alex and her paranormal stalker. They were both in the same circumstances, the same situation at the same time. It was a life or death situation. And the truth of it is that Alex lived and he did not. And I think that there is a tremendous amount of resentment on this man's part. Alex walked away and he lost everything, including his life.
The doctors decided I was ready to go home. It had been about a week and a half, and I was relieved because I felt like I was finally free of the man in the leather jacket. I've left him behind, and I was never going to see him again. That wasn't what happened. I was standing in the bathroom, washing my hands.
Why you and not me?
Chills immediately come back. I see this black shadow cross the doorway.
Not again.
He's back. I started being in this constant state of panic. Looking over my shoulder, I was trying to find him. Where are you?
Alex.
My mom came home from work and I said,
I think he's back.
It was like when I said the word back, there was this sonic boom. Boom. Everything on our wall in the living room fell. I was terrified.
Why you and not me? What am I gonna do?
Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
My mom gets out her Bible and she starts reading scriptures.
Oh, Lord, he'll keep you from all evil.
And I could hear like this underlying like growl, very sinister sounding. I said, you're making this worse. Please, please, please stop. I saw him just standing in the doorway. He just looked... He looked evil. And he dissipates. He was getting bolder. I felt like he was trying to make me snap.
Alex is being stalked by an extremely angry, resentful male entity. The truth of this is that when we die, we don't instantly gain a halo and a set of angel wings. We have the same personality that we had right before we died. As in life, so in death. So if you are an angry, resentful, bitter person before you died, you're taking that over with you.
Desperate for peace, Alex and her mom look for help.
My mom, I guess, told one of her clients about what was happening, and she recommended her church. They were a Greek Orthodox church. They sent this lady.
Διευκόν των Αγίων Πατέρων ημών. Κύριε Ιησού Χριστέ ο Θεός, ελέησον και σώσον ημάς. Αμήν. Αμήν. Amen. Amen.
She gets olive oil and puts a cross on my forehead, and then she just starts praying in Greek. I was thinking, is this for real? I'm thinking, I don't think this is gonna work.
Kyrie eleison, Kyrie eleison. Τον και πάντων και οράτων και σέναν Κύριε, τον Υιόν τον Κύριε. Το ζωπίο τεκ πατρός γεννηθέντα προπάτων των αιώνων. Αμήν, αμήν, αμήν.
It worked. It worked. Whatever she did not just freed him, but it also freed me. I have never seen or heard from him ever again.
There are two reasons I think this ritual was so successful: belief and focus. Belief is an extremely powerful force, but you also have to focus that belief. This final successful ritual was targeted upon the aggressive male entity himself. It was aimed at getting him out of there, and it succeeded.
It was the hardest chapter of my life. A lot of people died on New Year's Eve. I was not one of them. But I'll live for those who didn't make it that night. Sometimes we're just in pain, and I think spirits can be in pain too. And they are really looking for someone to just listen to them. And even though I don't know what exactly happens after we die, after this experience, it's given me a whole new appreciation for life. It's made me realize I need to live my life to the fullest.
Shannon McKinnon is 6 months into her job at a large hospital with a long history.
It's a Catholic hospital. It was founded by nuns. When the hospital first started, they would live up on the higher floors. I tell everyone that I'm a housekeeper.
Hey there, how are you?
The correct term for the job is unit support person.
You know, back in the day, I had a secret girlfriend. You remind me of her.
Really? You make conversation while you're in the room and try to make that day, better for the patients.
My parents did not approve.
Did they ever find out?
Eventually, I married her.
I'll get stories about them growing up or things that they haven't told anyone. Sometimes they'll tell the housekeeper or what they think about the nurses, which can be kind of funny sometimes. It can completely change someone's day, so it's been really awesome.
But at times, the hospital has an air of darkness.
This hospital's huge. In certain parts of the building, there definitely is a very creepy, very uncomfortable feel to it, but you can't really put your finger on what that is.
Sorry.
It's okay. You scared me.
I'm sorry again.
On one night shift, Shannon heads to the empty 10th floor.
We had more people on that night than usual, so just for pure comfort, I just started humming. Someone's here, someone's watching me. My heart was racing. I'm thinking, is something gonna pop out? Am I gonna see something? I could just feel an energy. But there's no physical evidence to explain. All my senses are on high alert. So I walked to where the carts are stored. Got my cart ready. The light turned on. How is that possible? I'm alone.
Hello?
My mind was thinking there has to be a logical explanation for this.
Hello? Is anybody there?
I'm gonna check it out in case maybe a patient is up here. But I'm just feeling panic and feeling of like I shouldn't be here. I need to go. No one's in the bathroom. I was so confused. There's no one here. There's no way to rationalize this. I still had that feeling that someone is here. The hair is standing up on the back of my neck. My heart is racing, my mind is racing. I need to get out of here. I was so confused. I don't know what's going on. Someone is watching me.
Are you okay?
No.
I told a couple of people about my experience on the 10th floor. I explained about the light switch, I explained about how I felt, and just this feeling of panic and feeling of being watched.
I couldn't believe that it was happening. I felt like I was crazy.
Oh, you're not crazy. I get the same feeling.
My coworker was a comforting friend. He said, I know that feeling that you're talking about, the feeling of like you're being watched. There's something here that made me feel better, like I've seen stuff too. You're not the only one. There's a ghost here. There's a ghost. I thought this was probably the worst experience that I could ever have at this hospital, but unfortunately I was wrong. I was cleaning the bed, getting it ready for whoever was going to come in next. I am still thinking of the other night of like what happened. I have that immediate feeling of I need to get out of here. My intuition is screaming. I saw this woman in front of me. She was wearing this long, white, conservative outfit. And you could tell it was a nun because of the habit on her head.
Hello?
It was the skin that gave it away. It looked like the skin of like a dead person. I'm terrified. It wasn't human. It was a ghost. It had to be a ghost. We're making eye contact. Her eyes were very piercing. It's like she was staring into... My heart is just racing. I'm literally just trying to calm myself down.
Stay with me. I need you with me now. I know you can hear me.
I have angel wings that I wear, and it's supposed to be from my guardian angel. I had an ex-boyfriend, Jason, passed away, and I like to think that he's always with me. I'm like, Jason, I need protection right now.
I think it was a very natural instinct for Shannon to touch her necklace, like sending an energetic SOS to her boyfriend. We all have a layer of spiritual protection. Spirit guides, guardian angels, our ancestors, even animal totems. I do think her boyfriend was there offering her protection and blessings from that realm.
I didn't really tell anyone after I saw the nun. I don't want to say anything. Maybe she's listening. I'm just going to keep this to myself. I'm thinking, do I need to quit my job? Like, what is going on?
Shannon requests a transfer to the ER, but still feels uneasy.
My future is uncertain at this hospital. I'm always thinking if I'm going to see something, if I'm still being watched. I feel like the nuns that used to work at the hospital are haunting it. Maybe they feel a little territorial about the hospital. He changed my life and the way I think about the paranormal. It's just absolutely terrifying, and I wouldn't wish upon anyone.
Grant Evans works out of a small hospital as an emergency medical tech.
I grew up always wanting to help people. I always knew I wanted to help. I mean, I knew I wanted to do it through medicine.
Grant has learned over 15 years to expect anything. But when he is sent from the hospital to transfer a patient, he had no idea what was coming.
There's always going to be one night that I won't forget. It was a big, big winter storm. It was pretty much a blizzard whiteout. We get dispatched to a residence for an individual that had barricaded themselves in their house.
Yeah, we're going in. We got a live one for you.
All right, thanks.
The police officer said when they first got there, the person started throwing knives at them. All of a sudden, we see police officers carrying a woman. All it was immediate chaos and her screaming and violence.
Let's hold it.
Let go of me! Let go of me!
They ended up handcuffing her behind her back and then placed her on her stretcher. She didn't look like someone that was intimidating.
Hey, lay back, just lay back. It's okay, hey, I'm right here, right here. It's okay, it's okay.
Her handcuffs were behind her back. I felt quite confident that we could control her for the rest of the night. So I jumped in first.
It's okay, calm down. Calm down, I need you to calm down, okay? Calm down and it's gonna be okay.
That was when I had the first sensation that something could have been wrong.
Okay, calm down, I need
She was screaming, "Can't you see they're hurting me?"
Okay, I need you to calm down.
Her behavior completely stopped. And all of a sudden, I felt a cold breeze going through my chest and out my back as if something was traveling through me. The air got thick in the back of the ambulance. Like something was there that wasn't supposed to be there. It was terrifying.
Hold up. You all right?
Yeah.
So my partner, slow and easy, starts turning the ambulance around, and with my luck, the ambulance gets stuck in the snow.
Great. This is just what we need.
And all of a sudden, I start feeling the ambulance rocking back and forth.
What the hell?
Oh, just the guy's trying to get us unstuck.
The patient was totally quiet. She was empty. She was not responding to anything. Her eyes were open, no expression on her face, just staring into nothingness.
Ma'am, you all right? Experiencing any pain?
I'm gonna go help him out.
I felt anxious that I was by myself again. this strange noise. How did she get her arms in front of her? You'd have to dislocate your shoulders over the top, but then you would hear that. You'd hear some kind of struggle. In that moment, I knew I was dealing with something that was not of this world. I've seen many people suffering from mental illness, and this was definitely unnatural. This situation was paranormal. I cannot explain how this happened.
The moment where Grant experiences the handcuffs moving to the front of her body, to me, indicates a more paranormal experience. This ultimately doesn't make any sense. This woman's not a contortionist, and even an escape artist and people that are attuned to this type of performance it takes a little bit of work in order for them to get the handcuffs in and around their body. So this seems quite paranormal.
Hey, lay down, it's okay.
Right away, instant panic.
I need you to lay down, it's okay.
No, let me go. No. Please, no. It hurts. Please, it hurts.
What are you talking? You're cold. It's okay. I'm here to help you.
While I was holding her down, she switched personalities at least 10 times in 1 minute.
Please help me. I can't do this right now. Please. Where's my mom? She has my doll. Do you want to play with
To hear a voice of a child come out of someone is very unnerving.
Hey,
Where's my father? I need my father.
To actually see something like that happen, it brings a chill to your soul. Another one that she did was very animalistic and gnashing her teeth.
Stop!
Please. I can't do this. I need you to kill me, please. I need you to kill me. I can't do this anymore.
The last personality that had a lasting impression on me was her. It was her true personality.
It's too much. Please.
She looked dead in the eyes.
I can't do this. You need to kill me, please.
And she said, "You need to kill me. You need to end this and kill me."
Please.
This is the first time I've had someone deadpan stare me right in the eyes and say, like, with a genuine tone, say, "You need to kill me."
Hey!
I will always remember that moment of that call.
No, I'm getting you to a hospital. Hey, I need some help in here! Hey!
The officer that jumped out jumped back in.
I don't know. Something happened. She was freaking out.
No! Get me out of here! No! Stop! Let go of me! Let go of me!
It's okay.
Let me go!
Then the two of us were able to restrain her and tie her back down the way that we had her before.
I got her. Get her back.
Let me go!
It's okay.
Strap her down tight, man. Strap her down tight.
And as soon as she was restrained, she went back to staring straight ahead. Not confrontational, not aggressive, just absent, as if she wasn't even there.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Let's just get the hell out of here.
So once we got unstuck, we just drove to the hospital. Told the nurse my report, but I don't think anyone really took me seriously with what I had said. I recall her just grinning and almost taunting me, like as if to challenge me, saying like, "Look what I can do. Don't mess with me," almost. Like a standoff. I don't have any rational explanation how some of these things could have happened. It struck me it was meant for me in some strange way, that I was meant to experience this with this person, which is chilling to even think about. In the 15 plus years of me doing this job, I've never seen something before or since then that was so extraordinary. A spirit possessed her, whether it be something demonic. There's a possibility that people can be afflicted by something spiritual or even demonic.
Hello, xin chào tất cả các bạn, chào mừng tất cả các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình nhé. Hôm nay mình sẽ tô bức tranh cảnh tượng con người và thiên nhiên này nha. Nhưng mà dạo này bé nhẹ nhẹ. Viện có nhiều người Tân về nhà đấy, xuất hiện Tân nữa. Thế nào có 9 cân thư người dài một đầu mắt chắc là 9 cân mấy, 9 cân 2, 3. Hello, xin chào tất cả các bạn nha, chào mừng các bạn đã quay lại với kênh của mình nhé. Hôm nay thì mình tiếp tục tô bức tranh chú cái nhỏ đang chơi đàn này nhé. Đây em kể cho mình nghe. Qua nhé. Cất quần áo đúng không? Lúc trưa quần áo thì để em giặt lên phơi xem quần áo. Em đi cất đi. Bà người nát luôn này bà là mình phơi hết quần áo của ta cũng rồi bà lên xong xong bà tin thì mình vẫn nhìn trên dây của bà trên hè đây này. Em chịu ra. Cái lúc đấy thằng cậu em luôn vào thôi. Chưa em rủ đi uống nước ấy. Thế nó cứ cười. Mẹ thằng Cương ấy làm cùng bên trường. Mẹ là xung sục bên nhà trên chỗ bồn trường là thì mình là điên kia thôi, xong không biết làm gì. Tháng này nhà em bé cũ. Hả? Bảo tháng này dỗ ông dỗ bà nội ở đây. Chủ nhật tuần sau nữa dỗ bà nội nhé. Thứ 6 tuần sau thì hết tang ông ngoại em.
Thế vẫn còn dỗ bà nữa không?
24 rồi vào chủ nhật. Chủ nhật tuần sau nữa.
Chào anh chị rồi.
Sao mấy lần này nó lên chứ mấy lần trước nó có lên giáo không? Cường hôm qua bảo bác ước chỉ cho chồng nhà giao thơm không biết uống rượu. Thế là ông Cường với ông hẹn vào uống bia về Kinh, không biết là đi núi nào, đi núi to này mà nó thổi nồng độ cồn thì thôi. Thế bà Đức là đã cái thằng tổ trưởng cho tớ hôm nọ đi uống bia phạt cho 7 triệu. Nó bắt ra công an Cầu Nghìn nộp phạt. Thì bây giờ chỗ này huyện mình dưới công an đâu, nó bắt mình ra công an Cầu Nghìn mà của em hôm nọ mà nếu mà nộp phạt là ra công an Cầu Nghìn. Đường sang Hải Phòng.
Đừng lên thành phố.
Cái nạn là này nó lên thành phố này cho nó sáng ấy. Còn đây là bạn mình là công an Cầu Nghìn ấy. Nó bắt em là xong nó còn bảo lỗi của em lỗi nhẹ, nộp 500.000, trước 500.000 đấy sao chúng nó đi đút túi.
Đi bia nhau.
Thế
sao mà giờ một phạt huyết áp mình mới mắc rồi đấy.
có nghĩa là nó bảo với em là nó sẽ giữ cái bằng của em ấy, cái giấy đăng ký xe của em đúng không? Bao giờ đi ra đấy nộp phạt thì là nó giả. Có mỗi thằng Trường là nó biết đấy chứ ông Sự không biết.
Biết cái gì?
Biết cái vụ đấy, cái vụ mà hôm đấy hôm xưa ấy, tí thì phạt.
Giờ buổi chiều cẩn thận.
Ngày nó đi đấy, bắt đầu từ mùng 1 tháng 8 đến ngày 15 tháng 9 này nó sẽ đi xung quanh luôn. Lúc nào nó cũng đi, nó thông báo lên trên Facebook thôi. Xong rồi bác em cũng gửi ở trong Facebook mà, trong Zalo nhóm gia đình ấy, bảo như thế mà.
Trong này đại là kết toàn dân
Không phải, chốc nào đọc không xem, gửi ở trong nhóm gia đình người cụ. Ông Sự mà ông biết ông là né lên, ông mà chửi cho. Nó bảo là cái lỗi này nhẹ phạt 500.000. Cái xong cái thằng cái ông Thuân đi trạm phó ở đấy, lúc đấy ông ấy còn bảo em là có ai thì cứ gọi đi. Thế mình bảo là cháu gọi cho bác rồi. Thế xong rồi có nghĩa là mình lấy điện thoại ra, có nghĩa là mình giả vờ mình gọi ấy. Thế là em bảo là cháu gọi cho bác rồi, bác bảo là để bác gọi ra công an Cầu Nghìn. Thế ông ấy còn hỏi thế bác làm gì. Thế là em bảo là bác làm bên hình sự tỉnh. Thế
tỉnh với được tỉnh Hưng Yên ấy, thực ra là tỉnh Thái Bình vậy. Nhưng mà giờ mình quen gọi là tỉnh.
Thế xong mà ông ấy còn mới đầu là lúc mà hai cái thằng đấy nó thấy em không xin nhan này nó đã chặn luôn ở đằng trước rồi đúng không? Thế xong nó bảo là chào chị những éo gì ấy, đưa xem giấy tờ đăng ký xe các thứ. Thế em mới đưa cho nó. Thế xong là nó bảo là cái lỗi này của chị là lỗi không xin nhan. Thế mời chị đi vào cổng sau công an huyện. Thế là em phi thẳng xe máy vào chỗ cổng sau công an huyện đi. Thế xong là nó đưa giấy tờ cho cái thằng kia kìa, cho cái ông trạm phó ấy. Thế xong là em không ngồi đấy, em ra ngoài cổng em gọi. Thế bác bảo là từ để tao gọi xuống dưới xem nào. Thế xong là tí nữa bác hỏi em là thế cái chú đang giữ giấy tờ đấy là tên là gì. Thế em mới hỏi cái chú đây, chú ơi chú tên là gì. Thế bác em bảo là đưa máy đi cho gặp. Thế ông không nghe, ông ấy chỉ bảo là cứ bảo là chú Thuân trạm phó. Thế em bảo với bác như thế, xong rồi em bảo là nó là chú ấy bảo là đi ra công an Cầu Nghìn nộp đó. Thế là em với bảo với bác ấy là chú ấy bảo đi ra công an Cầu Nghìn nộp. Thế là bác ấy bảo thế từ để tao gọi ra công an Cầu Nghìn. Thế gọi cho ông Cường ấy, chắc là trạm trưởng hay cái gì ở công an Cầu Nghìn ấy, ông ấy không nghe máy. Thế là tí nữa ông ấy hỏi em là thế đã gọi chưa. Thế em bảo là cháu gọi rồi. Bác cháu bảo là gọi cho chú Cường công an Cầu Nghìn. Thế là ông ấy thấy em cứ đứng ngoài cổng chần chừ mãi. Thế một tí nữa ông ấy bảo em là đi vào đây. Thế là em vào. Thế ông bảo là cái lỗi này nhẹ nhé, chân trước cho nhé, gọi điện cho bác đi, bảo là các chú ấy thả ra rồi. Không, mẹ bố mất 500.000 nhưng mà mày thế xong là cái thằng đấy em đang cầm điện thoại đúng không, vừa mới gọi xong rồi định tắt đi thì thằng tài nó gọi đúng không, nên nó hỏi đâu thì dơ cho quay cho nó xem đúng không. Máy thằng công an kia bảo là chụp ảnh hay là mình chơi rất câu mình đã ra chụp. Cái thằng mà bắt em bảo là chú nhìn xem cháu mặc ảnh em chú xem là có chụp ảnh chụp chứ gì không. Thế là nó không có làm gì, nên nó bảo là thôi xử lý luôn đi. Thế là cái ông kia ông mới biết là em bảo là bác làm trên tỉnh rồi ấy. Thế là ông ấy bảo là có người nhà đấy. Thế là cái thằng kia không có làm gì nữa. Mày ăn nó là bảo mình là chụp ảnh tội, chụp giết hèn. Công an trên Hà Nội em phải nói cho đợt đấy em bị phát cú trên Hà Nội. Thế xong nó thấy em bảo là cho chú xem điện thoại nên là thế xong là xem có bức ảnh nào không, đây chú cần không. Thế là nó không nói làm gì. Thế xong nó giục cái ông mà chặn phó ấy, nó bảo xử lý luôn đi. Thế là cái ông kia ông bảo có người nhà đấy. Thế là nó không nói làm gì nữa. Thế xong một tí nó nhìn đăng ký xe của em ấy, sinh năm 2K5 đúng không. Thế lúc em nó đưa giấy tờ cho em, nó đưa giả bằng em với đăng ký xe với chứng minh thư của em rồi. Nó bảo là 2K5 gì mà sao mà rắn mặt thế, không có tỏ. Thế mấy cái ông kia cười, còn cái ông mà em bảo là có cho chú xem điện thoại xem là, thế là bảo 2K5 gì sao mà rắn mặt thế. gặp mấy cái bọn công an ấy là mình mà không ấy thì nó cứ như kiểu là mình kinh nó thì nó càng ấy, nó càng nó như kiểu là bắt mình nộp các thứ. Mình sẽ kết thúc video tại đây nha. Cảm ơn các bạn đã xem video của mình. Hello, xin chào tất cả các bạn. Chào mừng tất cả các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình nhé. Hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục tô bức tranh cảnh tượng con người và thiên nhiên này nhé. Xong nó khôn cực, nó cứ bắt mình là ký biên bản đi, ký biên bản là phải nộp phạt mà, nên cứ phải từ từ.
Hello, xin chào tất cả các bạn nha, chào mừng các bạn đã quay lại với kênh của mình nhé. Hôm nay mình tiếp tục tô bức tranh chụp tiếng nhỏ đang đánh đàn nha.
Xong bây giờ mà ấy nó bấm bằng của mình ấy, mình nộp phạt là nó bấm bằng mà. Hết 6 lần là thôi phải đi thi lại.
Hết điểm. Cái thằng nào mà gây tai nạn thì chắc thì hết sạch luôn.
Gây tai nạn là bấm bằng 2 lần. Mấy tai nạn đó nó bấm bằng 2 lần. Nó vượt em trước rồi đúng không? Tí nó vượt cái đứa kia còn không có bằng, không có giấy đăng ký xe nữa thôi. Thế xong nó bảo là thế con kia nó bảo là chú cháu xin các thứ ấy. Em không hề nói là cho xin giết các thứ gì cả. Em chỉ xong là nó mà không thèm. Cái lúc đấy là cái đứa kia đúng không, là cái thằng công an đi kìa, nó tự xong xe máy của con kia vào ấy. Còn em thì là em tự đi vào, xong rồi nó cầm luôn chìa khóa xe máy của con kia kìa. Thế là nó hỏi con kia là nhà đâu, thế nó bảo là nhà cháu ở ngay đây. Thế xong là cái con kia thì cứ xin đi, nó bảo là thôi cháu như kiểu là con học sinh cho nó xin đi. Thế nó bảo là cái lỗi nặng như mấy lỗi như thế này thì xin làm sao được, về gọi mẹ ra đây. Thế nó còn bảo là chú giả chìa khóa cho cháu đi. Thằng kia nó bảo là đi bộ về gọi mẹ. Còn nó hỏi em là nhà đâu, em bảo là nhà Nguyên Xá. Nó bảo con kia là phạt 9 triệu chứ. Không có giấy đăng ký xe, không có bằng này. Xong lại còn cái đéo gì nữa cơ, không phải xe của mình ý. Có nghĩa là mình không có đăng ký xe, có nghĩa là nó quy cho mình là nó bảo thế bây giờ người đấy ví dụ bên các ông chụp xe. Đâu? Rồi. Sờ bóng này mà chết cho thôi. Khỏi về bàn. Khỏi về bàn.
Làm buồn cho mình.
Chắc buồn cả ngày.
Buồn cả tuần.
Sao Huyền Năng phát hiện được thế?
Tối qua nó phát hiện ra. Mấy hôm trước là nó chưa, lúc đấy lúc tối không thấy. Lúc chiều đi rồi thì mình đang chửi về đấy.
Chửi à?
Ừ, đi được.
Chắc của em không chửi nên là không ấy. Hôm qua mình vào mình thả cái con chó làm cười. Thế Huyền Năng bảo là cái gì? Chưa đến lượt. Nhà Huyền Năng giờ vây kín mình.
Trông như tù. Chưa cổng một người. Cái lối đi.
Em viết thế không khác đâu gì tù giam lỏng. Em sao lại để nguyên để gió trời các thứ cho nó mát thì không nên viết sạch thế.
Viết để ấy không nhận đất đi.
Siêu tuổi của em.
Tiền học đầu kỳ ra rồi sao? Sao đã thu nhỉ? Từ tháng 9 mới thu nhỉ?
Bao giờ nó khai giảng thì là đầu năm học.
Sao tháng này nó đã thu nhỉ?
Có cái bim à? Này nó không trừ à?
Không. Chỉ trừ tiền ăn thôi. Tiền ấy phí
này nó nghỉ một tuần rồi còn nhớ ghê. Ngày mai đi đón về.
cháo với bố cơm. Nấu cháo chim, cốt chim gì của các ông, chim cút đi,
Chim bé đấy.
nó lớn to rồi đấy, bằng nắm tay, nhưng là chim cố hết thì xong. Đây là nấu cháo. Ông đất đi, không, là đồ đất đi, thì biết mình. Tại sao đất là không có ai bán trong pin đi,
Mà cái máy này đang là content kênh của anh Nam ấy. Kéo sạc vào. Mẹ mình cứ quay xong rồi tối đến mình quay xong mình cắm vào trong ông ấy thì tối các ông ấy quay. Tối các ông ấy kéo cắm cho mình. Các ông ấy đéo cắm cho mình quay được thật. Mình sẽ kết thúc video tại đây nha. Cảm ơn các bạn đã xem video của mình. Hello, xin chào tất cả các bạn. Chào mừng tất cả các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình nhé. Mình sẽ tiếp tục tô bức tranh cảnh tượng con người và thiên nhiên này nhé. Ba.
Hello, xin chào tất cả các bạn nha. Chào mừng các bạn đã quay lại với kênh của mình nhé. Hôm nay thì mình hoàn thành một bức tranh chụp cái nhỏ ra cái nhà này này.
Này của em cũng là người ta làm cho thành 4. Đây cũng 4. Có ở dưới gần rồi. Cái quạt nó chán lại nhiều. Quạt nó không lát. Cái con kia nó bỏ đi đâu rồi? Sao bóng xồm bỏ đi đâu rồi?
Ở trong cái rổ ấy. Mình đang qua đi làm môi như mày.
Lại làm lại.
Môi thì dặn lại như mày. Đẩy đi.
Làm nhà Phương Anh ạ.
Gì ngày xưa ấy. Mày cái Huyền nó xì ngày xưa bắn xấu.
Nó rộng quá.
Nó không thanh mảnh. Nó rộng như siêu gió.
Không phải căn bản lông mày của bà ấy nhiều rồi, xong bà ấy
lông mày nó rộng rồi.
đá bắn cái kiểu đấy thì chả vậy. Xong màu mực của nó đậm.
Màu đen xì ấy, già.
Xăm môi không biết bao nhiêu tiền.
Nó dạng như tặng môi chị cũng một lần, như là lần hai đau đó nhẹ. Môi đau.
Nào chị đi dặn lại.
Nhà đi lên Thái Bình này. Còn trước nó làm cho chị cái mày. Đấy làm được.
Nhìn môi của bà Dinh được không?
Được.
2 triệu. Nếu mà cả thuốc nữa phải 3 triệu môi nữa.
Dạ.
Nụ trần.
Triệu rưỡi.
Nụ trần ấy.
Đối với Lương Phúc có làm chị.
Này sao bà lung lá hết ăn ảnh hay bà chỉnh sửa rồi mấy cái môi lá phun nhìn cũng được phết đi nhỉ?
Ai?
Em lung đi.
Lương Phúc á?
Ừ.
Chị không kết bạn đấy.
Em không kết bạn đâu, mấy lần em xem xong rồi nó tự hiện lên. Nhìn cái màu phun đấy cũng được.
Hoa Vân ăn chơi rất nhỉ? Đây tận Thái Bình này. Lại được chọn chỗ uy tín nhất. Ngó hết. Dạo này em chơi.
Bây giờ đi xăm môi vẫn một tuần vậy.
Nó sửa sàng quá. Ấy nhỉ? Giờ gọi chủ tịch yếu tố rồi sửa sàng quá. Được. Gọi chủ tịch rồi nói lên hẳn cấp khác.
Luân chủ tịch.
Luân chủ tịch rồi.
Này nhưng mà gì em nha, cái ngát ấy nó đi nó khử thâm môi nhưng mà như kiểu màu môi thật luôn ấy. Nó đánh hồng như màu môi thật luôn.
Trong màu hồng đó. Khử thì nó chỉ trong màu hồng thôi.
Mà nó như kiểu là cho hồng đậm là chỉ khử một lần thôi ấy. Kia là phải khử 2 lần nhưng nó chỉ khử có 1 lần.
Cho lên máu luôn.
Nó nhìn đẹp không?
Đẹp á? Làm ở đâu?
Em biết nó làm ở đâu. Hôm nọ ăn cỗ thì cũng sẽ là em phải để ý. Em phải hỏi. Thế xong bảo là thôi mày đi làm, mày cũng đi khử thăm môi như gì. Nhưng mà thôi sao đau lắm. Như kiểu nó cho đậm máu ấy. Nó chỉ khử 1 lần thôi.
Chỉ là đậm lên.
Ẻo nhìn như cô Thúy Thịnh như khiết. Xăm quả lông mày nhìn kinh ghê khiếp khủng luôn. Nó to đùng như sâu lóm ấy. Ẻo xong nó lại ấy cho cái màu xanh đẻo ấy. Nhìn chết khiếp này. Mình sẽ kết thúc video tại đây nha. Cảm ơn các bạn đã xem video của mình.